Last year's Game Lab, we get to meet over-the-top games, and they teased us with their new game, but it was only a logo. But now we sneaked into their office, and we can finally take a first look on full Mojo Rampage, right? Nice to be here. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you.
How are you, David?
So this is full Mojo Rampage. You're showing gameplay. You're pretty much into the development. What is its status right now?
Well, Full Mojo Rampage started as an experiment of creating a different type of game, different from what we have done before. We did NyxQuest and Fancy Pants Adventures that were platform games, and now we are going for a more 3D action with some soft role-playing type of gameplay. Okay, so for us has been a very challenging aspect of developing a new game, and right now we have most of the gameplay is done, most of the sceneries are done. We're trying to find the point of to find a gameplay that matches the game.
What about artistically? Because I mean, it's a really different approach as in front of, let's say, NyxQuest, which was like, may I say, delicate and uplifting at the same time. But this is like a bit darker, crazy jokes and different stuff.
Yeah, of course. We wanted to continue with I mean, let me see how can I explain to you. We wanted to match the gameplay that's quite black humor. It has some dark side on it, but at the same point, we didn't want to make a creepy Tim Burton style. So we were trying to achieve an artistic direction that was similar to the one that, for example, Monkey Island has. And of course, we wanted to give to be able that the player remembers the environment that it's in New Orleans, but at the same time not to be as Disney as in, for example, The Princess and the Frog. So that's why we have been like pulling out the colors as blues, greens, and sometimes pinks, but in a very beautiful way.
Let's have a look at it, at what you're saying. So Miguel is gonna show us a bit of gameplay. So,
okay, the idea of the game is that you have different chapters. You start with the first, and you have to continue advancing through all the chapters. And each chapter tells you a story. For example, the first one is about Baron Samedi, that is famous for drinking and smoking a lot. So one night he did a summoning spell, but he was very drunk and he missed the spell. So you have to help him solve that. So here you can see, you can choose which is your god parent, the god that gives you your powers, that when you find an altar you can pray to him and give him offers to receive special abilities, special objects, quests, challenges. And you can choose your mask. There will be a lot of masks that you can choose, since this is a single player game but has multiplayer. So when you play with friends, and so you can customize your character.
So where does the Mojo concept come from, and the words and the story behind it?
The Mojo is everywhere. It's everywhere in the game. One thing that we're trying right now is to see, okay, each character can increase their mojo by killing enemies, destroying stuff, doing challenge. It works a bit like this experience in other games, but here it's called mojo. When you reach your top mojo, you have special abilities that varies from each god. For example, Baron Samedi, when you are fighting and you have your mojo bar full, you turn into a big type of like golem, and you can destroy.
Drinking golem.
Yeah, exactly like that. And so change the gameplay.
You also told us that there's a pretty important random aspect to the game.
Yeah, everything in the game is random. So from the levels, from the map, that when you start a a new chapter, you have a map with some parts of the map that you can visit. That's random. When you enter, each level is random. Juan can tell you a bit more about the art style of that. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, for the artistic team, it was pure bliss to be able to develop this game, because we just had to control, to have the total control of the generation of different levels through creating different assets within the game that are, for example, the trees, the different, let's see, stones that we find around the gameplay. They all have decorative, their value is to decorate the level, but we only had two different files for each different style, in which we just had to put every single item that was going to appear, and they managed to achieve that. Later, that was shown in the video game. So it was really easy for us to develop it.
So what is Miguel doing right now?
He's showing you, he just entered a shrine of one of the gods. I think he couldn't talk with him because it's in development. That's one of the gods that is still in development. And he started the rampage mode. He turned big, and he can now smash stuff with their fists. And when you're exploring the world, you will find different doors. Here is a challenge that tells you to fight with the big chicken, and you have to kill him. And you have a certain time, a time that you have to do the challenge before. And if you do the challenge, you gain favor, and with that you can unlock stuff. This is a game with permadeath. When you die, the game is finished. But we don't want you to feel that you lose everything. No, when you start, your gold, your favor is remains. It's kept from one character to another. So the next time you can buy new masks, unlock new gods, new powers, and you can choose your pins. The voodoo pins are like small features that you add to your character, like your weapons last longer, or you generate mojo faster, things like that you start collecting, and every time you play you increase.
Looks like you have some decisions already taken, really nailed and really closed, but you also said that there are design decisions yet to be taken, so maybe we can say you're in the middle of the final process, something like that.
Yeah, I think we are reaching alpha. Our plan is to open up the alpha. Right now you can buy pre-order the game in our web, and the idea is that if not this month, the next, that you can buy the game and start playing the alpha.
So that was actually the next question. What was the plan for launch and for players to get their hands on the game, and which platforms are you considering? Maybe price point or something like that.
Yeah. Platform will be PC at start, but the engine we are using is the same we use for previous games. So it works on Wii, it works on PS3, on 360. So first we want to try PC, see how it works, and then do the final porting to other platforms. But the thing is, we need to see how it works on PC first,
to get some feedback from players and see how it works. So this your previous game was made for EA, right? So this is completely independent project.
This is the first time we do an independent game since NyxQuest, because after that we did Fancy Pants, which was an indie game but with the help of EA. So it's different, a different way of working. And now this, total indie. We are 5 guys working on the game.
You're 5 guys. You changed your office, so I guess you're doing right.
We are doing something that we like a lot. We are all fans of video game developing, so
You're all fans and also veterans, right? Maybe our other European readers don't know that that's over-the-top games come from.
ujú. No entendí lo que dijiste.
What do you, your experience, your previous experience? Where do you come from? Other studios and
Yeah, we started. I think we all have experience from working on other games. We work on the studio that created Commandos, Imperial Glory, Pyro Studios, and he worked on Virtual Toys. That is another Spanish developer, and so we all come from video game developing.
so. Okay, this is not finished yet, but I have to ask: can I expect a NyxQuest comeback in the near future? Because I really love the atmosphere, the art, and well, you already know that. So
Yeah, I maybe at this time.
Probably.
I prefer probably than maybe.
Yeah, let's see what happens after this project when this project finishes. But we are keen on knowing that probably in the future we are going to be able to have an NyxQuest 2.
Okay.
Let's see. We actually created a video that later, with the camera off, I can show to you. But it's something that it's in the air.
As you can see, over the top is always teasing us with next projects, but now we got to see a bit farther into full Mojo Rampage, and you can get to play it soon. Good luck with the project, guys. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, David. You're welcome.